She's protective of those she cares for, like Steven and the crystal gems, but is also elusive and fleeting, reflecting Artemis's status as a solitary, untamed figure who roams the forests freely. In comparison to most other fusions, Opal's existence is quite volatile. I feel like her and Alexandrite were competing for who could stay fused the shortest, but the cause of this is pretty self-explanatory. I talked extensively on Pearl and Amethyst's relationship in my character analysis of Sugilite. Here's the clip from that. One reason is rooted in their execution of activities. Amethyst's laid-back vibe is in direct contrast to Pearl's over-analysis. In the episode Gem Glow, Steven tries to summon his weapon and goes to the crystal gems for advice. Let's just say they had very differing opinions on what is required to successfully summon a weapon.
Whoa! Did Pearl tell you the pedal thing?
Yeah, I need to practice really hard so I can dance like a tree. I think.
Listen, Steven, all that practice stuff is no fun.
Amethyst's and Sugilite's execution may be seen as reckless, but it does get the job done sometimes. Pearl's setback with decision-making is her over-analysis of things that can be done in an instant, which Amethyst finds grating.
Amethyst, if you go around to the side and disturb them with a spin attack, and Garnet, if you move to the ceiling and strike this exact spot, then I can advance with my
Bagel sandwich! Brilliant.
Oh, hey, what do you know?
These differences usually cause them to butt heads more often than not. As much as Pearl, Amethyst and Garnet are Steven's teammates, they're also his parental figures. They quite literally raised him, and as you would imagine, their differing personalities lead them to have different parenting styles. Pearl is more of the overprotective, hands-on guardian, trying to keep him safe from the slightest harm, while also getting him to do his chores. Amethyst is what people would describe as the cool aunt who is more on board with his shenanigans. This is another potential source of conflict in scenarios where Pearl thinks Amethyst is being a bad influence, or when Amethyst thinks Pearl is smothering Steven. Pearl has an edge over Amethyst in a number of areas, but not with social cues and overall emotional intelligence. Her fixation on facts of a matter causes her to overlook emotions involved, like when she was explaining the kindergarten to Steven, depicting it as an awful place, which is factual, but she didn't consider Amethyst's emotions, which led to one of their major fights.
I'm sorry I'm not like Pearl with her fancy form and her clean room with no monsters in it. I'm more like Pearl now. Isn't it wonderful? I feel practically perfect.
Regardless, you should check that out. The summary is that they butt heads often for a plethora of reasons. They are more or less opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to their personality, causing their relationship to not be so stable, which doesn't make for good fusion, considering the whole premise of fusion is synchronization and compatibility. Opals in real life are one of the most fragile gemstones, which can be likened to how easy she comes undone in the show. The ease at which they formed Opal when working with the drill shows you a